Hey everyone, it's Evangeline here at etrailer, and today we'll be taking a look at the Rhino-Rack locking ski and snowboard carrier. This is designed for up to 4 pairs of skis or 2 boards. We'll see its different features, specs, how to install it right here at etrailer.com. So this is going to be a good mid-range carrier for if you want to still carry your skis and snowboards. You also don't want to take up too much space on your roof or on your crossbars. This is designed to work with a bunch of different types of crossbars, whether they have T-tracks or not, and I'll show you how to install them later. For those longer or shorter skis, I usually recommend having crossbars at least 24 inches apart. That way you have enough clearance for your bindings, but for different vehicles and different ladder racks and crossbars, you might not have an option. So just double check yours and make sure you have enough length for the crossbars to be able to use this carrier for your skis. So once you do get your skis up there, there's some different features here, like how you have the rubber padding on the bottom and the top, giving cushion but also grip for your skis and snowboards. The carrier is made of aluminum, and that's good because then you have the durability but also the corrosion resistance. You want a material that is designed to stay outside. So once you bring your carrier down, you can see that there's little tabs in there, and they'll secure into the carrier. So pop that through, and then you can see that the button pops out, and now you're ready to lock it with your included keys. So with this, you get 2 keys, and 1 key can be used for the whole system since they're all keyed alike. Once you have that locked, you will then be unable to press that button, securing your skis and snowboards to your carrier. And when you need to grab them, just turn the key, and this can now pop off. With carrying around more skis, this has an internal length of 19 and 11/16 inches. So that's going to be the length of the rubber strip on the inside, not the length of the carrier. If your bindings are going to hit your roof, depends on your crossbars. So the measurement here from where your skis are going to be to your crossbars, that's going to be 3.5 inches of clearance. So we're going to start taking our skis and our snowboards off. Even if you have thick gloves on, you just hit that button, it pops up, and you're ready to go. This stays in the upright position, but remember, if you are going to get like the 6 version of the Rhino-Rack carrier, you're going to be leaning further into your carrier to grab those skis and snowboards, so definitely something worth considering. And during the warmer seasons, you can also use this as a fishing rod holder. So this has a capacity of up to 8 rods. Now, of course, that depends on what type of rod you're carrying around. But because it has those rubber strips, it can be used both for skis as well as for fishing poles. And if you're like my neighbor that leaves this carrier on their car all the time, well, the space this takes up without the skis and snowboards is going to be a length of 25 inches and 5/8 of an inch. So you can see if there's space on your crossbar for other accessories. And the height it's going to add to the top of your crossbar is going to be 5 3/4 inches. When you're installing your carrier, there's actually 2 different ways to install it depending on your crossbars. So you can do the traditional way with the clamps. So this has 2 bolts and 2 washers. Or you can install it into your C-channel or your T-track of your crossbar. When you open up your carrier, you will see this bolt up top. So using your included tool, if you loosen that, you'll be able to turn this into a T-track compatible carrier. Underneath it, you can see the top part of the clamp, so you can just take that clamp out and reuse that square nut. So that's going to pop right back in and tighten it back down with the parts you took off. So with this square bolt, you can now use the T-track of your crossbars or your Pioneer platform to secure your carrier. The next way is to use your clamps. This is a little bit more of a universal process. You just fit your carrier with the top clamp on top of your crossbar. Then you get a flat washer and your bolt. So put those together and fit them through the top. The nuts are already sitting inside the bottom clamp, so just fit that bottom clamp into those bolts, and to make it easier, you can just hand tighten them secured. So before putting all your clamps, that's when you decide where on your crossbar you want to put it. Since this is a slightly longer carrier, I like to put it on the overhang just to make it more accessible for me from the side of the car. So you have an included tool that is an Allen key with something special. So there's a hole on the inside to make it a security Allen key. And that way you need to use this or your other Rhino-Rack tools to secure your bolts up top. So not the same as having an actual key and lock, but just a little extra security. You want to hand tighten it down so it's secure and not constantly just strip the thread. So do that for all 4 bolts, and then do the same for your rear carrier, and then that will complete your install. All in all, at its price point and still having locks but also being low profile, this is a solid carrier for your snowboarding or skiing or even fishing adventures.